Okay, stack number 1. So you chose the owl. I will incorporate this into the reading the further we go along. We're taking a look at today in regards to these changes you might be experiencing, or even changes that you yourself have initiated, okay? What's on the other side of all of these changes, all right, that you're experiencing or that you've initiated at the moment? Let's take a look. Let's see. Okay, it says infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Lovers, there are 2 paths ahead, so be true to yourself. Okay, let me just do it this way. All right, we have the Tower energy, the 10 of boons. Boons are pentacles. And then we have the 9 of challenges, so the 9 of swords. Okay, well, I mean, we have 2 cards of abundance here with the 10 of boons and the infinite abundance energy, right? So we have 9 of wands. We have the dragon, the owl and the dragon. So some of you might have that as like spirit or totem animals. Okay, we have the 6 of pentacles. It says just go out and talk to a tree, make friends with it. I'm going to just line them up. Okay, and then we have the Terra energy with this, which is also earth energy. And then it says, okay, so we have success. You're worthy of this success. Allow these feelings of accomplishment to fill you with contentment and self-satisfaction in your achievement. Okay, so what's on the other side of the changes you're experiencing at the moment, or the changes that you yourself have initiated? I'm looking at this like abundance is on the other side of this. Success is on the other side of this, okay? It just feels like there were some things that kind of had to be done with, it feels like done and over with before you can truly walk into what is meant for you, what is waiting for you. I feel like with this Lover's energy, there was a choice. It could have been, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really seeing cards of love other than this, or romance, right? I mean, hey, there could have been a relationship for some of you out there that maybe you had to walk away from in order to pursue what was truly meant for you in regards to a love connection, okay? Because technically the 10 of Moons, 10 of Pentacles can easily represent the idea of, you know, a stable commitment, relationship, marriage, some kind of strong foundation, okay? And I know we don't see like any cards of like walking away from a situation, but we do have a false foundation, okay, that has come crumbling down with the Tower energy, okay? So again, I don't know if a foundation in a connection or relationship in some way for some of you, all right, came crumbling down, and it was kind of like the idea of, do I stay or do I go, right? So that's kind of what I'm getting from this. But nonetheless, if it's not a relationship, I just want to go back to the idea that, you know, there is abundance, there is success, there is some form of stability that is on the other side of this choice that you've recently made, or this change in direction that you've recently have undertaken. Okay, the reason why I say there's stability is because we have this Earth energy card. So I don't know if any of you watching are Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but this energy would speak of tierra, right? Earth, grounded energy, stable, firm, secure, and tangible energy, okay? And then we have the waterfall in the picture. So whenever I look at the waterfall or any source of water that is flowing, it's almost like, okay, you've made a choice, or there was a shift in the direction that the universe is kind of putting you in, and you had to kind of just trust and go with the flow of what felt best to you, because again, the card does say be true to yourself. So when you do make a choice, or you do make a shift or a change, or if life even throws anything at you, you gotta, you know, be true to yourself in regards to how you handle it, right? So it is that vibe of there are some certain changes that have been, or that are in the air, but they're happening in a way that's going to end up shifting the foundation of what you thought was stable and secure because of this Tower. yeah, there will be some things that maybe come crumbling down, but in essence, it's all to build it on something more solid, secure, and stable. One that's actually going to lead you to your abundance and your success. And it may feel a little bit scary here with the Nine of Swords, okay? It might keep you up at night. You might feel challenged by it, okay? You might feel a little bit of worry because, you know, change is hard for a lot of us, and we don't always know what lies on the other side of the change, and it can freak us out a bit, right? Maybe cause some sleepless nights and anxiety. So I can understand how some unexpected shifts and changes might make you feel a little unstable or insecure. But when the tower energy comes in, yes, it's something that happens unexpectedly, maybe something we weren't fully prepared for. But when it happens, it does bring a paradigm crumbling down. You know what I mean? Of what we thought was the best for us, or what we thought was, you know, our path. And it's the reason why the universe brings things down in that way. It's because you can't build your future on a lie. You can't build your future on something that is not secure or meant to last for the long haul. The 10 of Pentacles energy is an energy that wants to last for a long time. It is about firm, solid, secure foundations that have been built up over time. So with the 10 of Boons energy, it's like, yeah, this is meant to secure you. This is meant to stabilize you, but for the future. So if things feel like they're kind of falling apart as you're going through these changes, trust that there is success on the other side of it. And whether it's, you know, a personal goal that you maybe had to make some changes in regards to, or if life threw something at you, or if there was a connection or relationship that kind of got thrown up in the air and you had to choose a different path from it. Nonetheless, although these changes might feel a little scary, it's setting you up for something better. Okay, that's why it says infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. It could be abundance in love, abundance in regards to your personal goal, abundance in regards to career. Let's say you lost a job, maybe the universe is trying to, you know, replace it with something that's going to pay better. So there's a lot of different ways of looking at this, but just know that the energy that you're experiencing right now is actually setting you up for security, long-term, safety, abundance, so financial blessings, physical, tangible blessings, okay? And something that's probably going to make you feel happier. I mean, and balance. I mean, because we have the Six of Pentacles here, right? It says just go out and talk to a tree, make friends with it, maybe get out in nature a little bit to clear your head, okay? We all could use Mother Nature's healing qualities. Oftentimes, you know, we get so busy and caught up in what we're experiencing at the moment that we fail to neglect that aspect that can bring a lot of clarity to us. So bear with me one second as I try to light this, because I don't like my candles out. I was so mad at myself the one time I was so unprepared. I didn't have a match. Can you believe I didn't have a match? Okay, so let me get back to this. So again, Six of Pentacles energy wants to bring harmony and balance to a situation. And if there wasn't that equilibrium at the time of whatever it is you were experiencing, that's why the Tower came in and shifted it in a different direction. Okay, and it was like, no. The universe saw that there was an imbalance, and it kind of, because sometimes at the Tower energy, when we don't see things for ourselves, and there is a higher purpose or a divine plan for our life, and we're not seeing the forest through the trees, and we're not taking that journey or that path for ourselves. Sometimes the universe has to go like, you know, take the steering wheel from you and kind of shift it in a different direction to help you to see what you weren't seeing before. And if that situation that you were previously in was imbalanced, and maybe that's the reason for these changes, that's why the Tower energy came in, because it had to kind of like shake things up in order for you to see what you needed to see to make the proper changes, or be true to yourself and choose a different path. Okay, so I do feel that the Six of Pentacles, there could have been an issue that maybe there wasn't that reciprocity. There were too many imbalances. Okay, the Nine of Wands is kind of reflecting back to the Nine of Challenges, which is the Nine of Swords. It is a little trepidation, okay? But this energy speaks to me like the wounded warrior, because if you look at the Nine of Wands energy, in the tarot deck, you'll see how the guy is standing there. He's beat up, he's bruised, he's been through some ish, you know what I mean? He's been through some stuff, yet he's still standing. I mean, he's prepared to fight again if he has to, doesn't want to, but nonetheless, he's ready if it be necessary, right? So it's like you're resilient, you know? You've been there, done that, you've been through some stuff. You don't want to have to go through it again. So I could see the kind of like the trepidation or the hesitation when making shifts or changes that are a little daunting, okay? And that would be the Nine of Wands. It is about having your guard up, prepared for whatever comes, you know? It's a good energy to have those sometimes, because you do need to kind of be, you do have to be prepared. You do have to have your walls up sometimes in order to face something you're scared of. It's all about preparedness is kind of what I'm getting, right? It's like whatever will be, okay? The universe shook things up in my life. You know, this change is forcing, you know, some things in my life maybe I'm not quite ready for with this Nine of Wands energy, but I gotta be ready for it. I gotta be ready for the challenge, right? It says these things live right in your brush. All you have to do is shake them out. So anyway, these are my Bob Ross cards, in case you're wondering. He always has little quotes on the cards. Sometimes they apply to the reading, sometimes they don't. But nonetheless, they're happy to look at. So it's a good thing to look at. Again, it says these things live right in your brush. All you have to do is shake them out. It's kind of like that vibe of like shake it off, right? You got to shake it off. Get back up again. You know, the Nine of Wands energy would do that. So I really do like this energy because it's saying that you're still standing. Despite the shifts unexpectedly, despite the changes that might have landed in your lap unexpectedly, or the adjustments you've had to make unexpectedly, you're ready for it. So you're tough enough to deal. You have the owl and the dragon. The owl, again, could be a totem animal for some of you. The dragon as well. But anyway, the owl energy talks about having wisdom and understanding of something from like a spiritual discernment, okay? So it is, again, the idea of being true to yourself with spiritual discernment, with intuition, right? You will listen to that inner guidance and follow through accordingly, right? So I feel like this is a special time where you're listening to your gut, you're listening to your intuition as you navigate these shifts or these changes. So with the owl energy, you know, they're nocturnal creatures. They navigate at night to hunt. They see even in the darkest moments, okay? So it's kind of like having eyes to discern even through the unknown, right? So I love this energy in regards to this, because this is also telling me that you're prepared. Again, you'll get through this. And there is a foundation here that is being built on the other side of these changes, okay? And you have the spiritual discernment to navigate it. Again, the dragon energy is all about personal power, your strength, you know. It does talk about your courage, and, you know, it has an element of good fortune to this. So you have lots of cards that speak of success, abundance, good fortune. So the changes that are happening are just leading you to beautiful things, leading you to a more balanced situation. You have the spiritual intuition, discernment to navigate through the changes, which at the moment might seem a little uncertain, a little daunting with the Nine of Wands, a little scary here with the Nine of Swords. But this is all leading you to stability with these two cards, abundance, success. You are worthy of the blessings to come, okay? Start getting excited is also what I want to say, because this is basically saying that whatever you're hoping to achieve as a result of these changes or on the other side of them is going to lead to your achievement, okay? Also, with the sun energy coming up over the mountains, mountains usually are a symbol of obstacles or challenge, right? But again, the idea of the running water, so going with the flow in regards to the challenges you may feel you're experiencing, and the sun is coming up for you. The sun is also a symbol of success, all right, and happiness, good vibes and vitality showering over your situation, okay? And also providing the light in the dark, right? So let's get let's get some Making Magic oracles here to kind of give you at least 1 or 2 cards of final oracle here to sum up your reading, stack number 1. This is beautiful. So lots of good things awaiting you on the other side of these changes. Financial blessings and stability, I feel. Success in whatever it is you're trying to achieve. If there was something that ended or something you had to shift your direction from, something better is replacing it. Okay, is kind of what I'm getting from this. You had to stand in your power with the Dragon card. Know your worth. That's why it says you are worthy of this success. Good fortune is on the way. Okay. Look at that. The element of fire heralds new life. Yes. Renewed passion and positive transformation. So there is definitely a positive outcome to the changes that you're experiencing at the moment. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Did you see that? Okay. Achievement. Win the award, accolade, or contract. So there you go. Achievement and success. We have it listed twice. Okay. We have it listed twice. So yeah, definitely. Your success and achievement are on the other side of these changes. So stack number 1, this is your reading. If you feel it connects, by all means, please do leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe. Click that bell for notification to support this channel, and also so you never miss a video. And if you want to book a reading with me, all you have to do is check out the information in my description box. The link to my Etsy shop is there, as well as in the pinned comment. Check out to see what readings I have available. Just keep in mind sometimes they do get sold out, but I always relist. So visit me once in a while, see what I have, and you can book a reading at any time. So much love to you. Stack number 1, I'll leave you here. Take care and best wishes. All right, stack number 2, you chose the stump, and I'm going to put that off to the side. We will incorporate that into the reading as we go along, but let's see. This pick a card is basically about changes, right? The changes you're experiencing at the moment, or maybe changes you have initiated yourself. So what's on the other side of these changes? Okay, let's take a look. All right, it says great adventure, take a risk, venture forward. It says begin now, take your first step. Okay, hold on, number 2, there we go. It says thorns, weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. Okay, so already we're off to a really good start in regards to what's on the other side of these changes you're experiencing. 9 of Boons, that's actually the 9 of Pentacles. So let me just move things up. There we go. So 9 of Pentacles. Wow, okay, we have the Enchanter, which is the Magician in this deck. This is the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. We have the Child of Spells. That's actually Wands, so Page of Wands. We have the Fool energy, which is the Joker in the playing deck. We have Life and Luck. So actually you have 2 fly out for you. All right, we have the Ankh. And then it says frustration. Your frustration is not a wasted energy if it is channeled positively to create a better outcome for yourself. Embrace frustration and work with it, not against it. So it's kind of like a little reminder card. Excuse me, I'm trying to clear my throat here. Now, I'm really feeling like there may be some challenges that you're facing in the midst of your changes, okay? That's why it says, weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. And then you have this energy here, which talks about maybe feeling frustrated, right? Frustration in the midst of the change. But what's on the other side of maybe the challenges that you're facing at the moment is basically, I feel, something that's going to lead you to wellness. I'm hearing the word wellness. And maybe it's coming, maybe the idea of wellness is coming from the idea of this life card. Okay, I'm hearing wellness. You have life and luck. So I feel like this is probably something you've also manifested or trying to manifest. The changes are a result of probably something you're trying to manifest. And for whatever reason, I'm getting the vibe that these changes are necessary for the manifestation to come to fruition, right? There's something about you initiating this change through a manifestation and you having to take a chance on yourself or a risk on yourself. Take that first leap forward. And maybe that's what part of the change is. Having to step into the thing you're trying to manifest, even though the change or the risk in doing so may seem a little bit, frustrating, I guess is the word. So bear with me as I try to light your candle. Stack 1 had their candle go out too. Okay, so that's taken care of. Let me not get distracted again. So yeah, there's basically a risk you got to take. We have 2 cards that are indicating that. We have the Great Adventure card, which says take a risk, venture forward. We have the Fool energy, which talks about taking that leap of faith, right? But there's frustration in the midst of maybe trying to work up the courage to do that or take the first step towards your manifestation. But what you don't see on the other side of this change is that this is actually leading you to wellness, to a better life. Okay, it's leading you to I'm hearing a lucky break as well with the lucky rabbit's foot. Right? You planted the seed of this manifestation. I feel like the Magician and this life card kind of connect and resonate with each other in a sense that you plant the seed of that manifestation and you work your magic in order to bring it to life. But one of the things that needs to occur first in order to bring any manifestation into existence is actually maybe take the first step toward it, right? Because you can wish and hope for something all you want, but if you don't actually take action toward it, how is it ever going to materialize? You have to at least try, all right? It always starts with a thought. It starts with the heart aligned with that thought. It starts with you being inspired and having the drive and the passion and the will. And we see that here with the page energy of Page of Wands. And then actually taking a physical step. Okay, think of Pentacles energy. Magician does have all the elements. The thought, which is the sword. The heart, which is the cup. He has the wand, which is the ambition and the drive for it. And then he takes a first physical step toward that thing to materialize it into reality with the pentacle. Right? And yet he's the 5th element. He's the one who brings it all together. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth does talk about this concept. It's 12 lines. And honestly, it explains the magic of the Magician energy to me. So if you spend some time and study that, you'll see what I'm saying. So I would probably, if you have had any inclination of reading that, maybe this reading is confirmation of doing so, okay? So nonetheless, I think the scariest part is actually taking the first step toward it. It feels like you've already put manifestation into the air, okay? You've already put that thought into the ether, into the universe, and now it's like, okay, now it's time to actually take the first step, and that is a big change for some of you. It can get a little bit, it can be maybe a little bit frustrating, a little bit challenging, but nonetheless, it's time to start now, okay? So if you started taking those first steps towards the wish, towards the manifestation, towards the goal, towards the idea or the vision that you have for yourself, you're doing the right thing, right? It might seem a little daunting and frustrating at first, challenging, but it might also seem like a long road ahead. I mean, look at the image of the card, right? But you still got to take the first step toward it if you want to see where it leads. And it is a risk. Yes, the Fool knows this. But at the same time, the Fool energy also tries to release baggage that would hold it back or hold it down from actually going, right? It never carries lightly. It is a card that kind of faces its fears and goes forward. Despite the unknown, despite the odds against them, it doesn't matter. The Fool energy tries to stay optimistic and in his heart in regards to what he hopes to see for himself. And it's that very hope and faith in your journey that actually helps you go that much further, okay? So on the other side of these changes, on the other side of the coin, for you, I feel like you're initiating yourself, taking that first step to receive the very thing it is you're trying to manifest. You have luck on your side. You have the universe at your back. You've planted the seed, so it's about to start growing, okay, and taking root now. As long as you keep walking toward that, how can it not materialize? You have the Nine of Pentacles here, which definitely does talk about, you know, that independence. I feel like there is a little bit of an independent streak for some of you with this, and the Fool energy especially. Basically saying, you know, I'm going to do this thing, even if I have to work hard, and even if I don't have any help to do it on my own. Again, it's that independent energy of the Nine of Pentacles. I know that I can do this, okay? That's the vibe that I'm feeling from this Nine of Pentacles. Also, Nine of Pentacles energy is also about being fruitful, the fruit of your labor, okay? Being tangible in front of you. So it's like, if you put the hard work in, you keep taking those steps toward it, you will bear fruit, okay? You will bask in the fruits of your labor. You will bask in your blessings, all right? Because you've manifested it. You've worked your power, your magic to make it manifest. And, you know, the Page of Wands is all about inspiration, having that initial, like, bright idea, and then taking the action toward it. So this is something new for a lot of you with the Page energy. Maybe it's just a matter of, like, learning the ropes, getting your feet wet. Maybe that's where you're finding the frustration or the challenges, right? But anything that you start new that you're not used to doing on the daily, or anything that's kind of new or fresh, and you're just kind of learning the ropes, it's gonna feel like that until you figure it out, okay? But that's just part of the learning curve with the Page energy. You know what I mean? You have to start somewhere, though. And the Fool knows that. He takes that first step forward, and he's okay with it. All right. I would just say, continue to be creative, okay, in your pursuits, because the Page of Wands energy is very creative. I almost want to say industrious for whatever reason. I guess that's the word I'm hearing from the Page. Industrious. Innovative as well. Okay. Coming up with brand new ideas along the way. And that's also the vibe of the Magician too. Okay. Just coming up with brand new ideas and being innovative to continue to learn, to continue to grow as you go along. So your success, I do feel your success is on the other side of this, on the other side of the changes or the challenges that you're experiencing. As long as you keep pushing forward, as long as you continue to take the journey, you should be fine. Like, this is about, like I said, your happiness, your luck, your wellness. We have the Ankh here, which talks about life force energy. Okay. Your vitality, your awareness. It does talk about personal power as well. The Dragon card showed up in stack number 1's reading. It's similar in a sense that, you know, it talks about your power. Awareness, awakening, right? Standing in that. Having the knowledge and the know-how as well. And that's stuff you learn along the way. And then you have the Stump energy. And, you know, it is kind of, like I said, you got the frustration energy. There's talk of challenges here. That kind of reminds me of this Stump energy, because this talks about resistance. Okay, I don't know if anybody has ever felled a tree, but the stump is always the hardest thing to get rid of, and that's the resistance. Okay, so you might feel like the frustration and the challenges that you're experiencing, it's like everything's working against you. But then over here, it's saying, hey, challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. So you got to keep pushing, because you've planted the seed and it's about to grow. It's about to take off. Okay. It's about to bear fruit, but you can't give up. You have to keep pushing and going with it. All right. So I know there might seem like there's resistance at the moment with this energy here. But at the same time, you know, this is about not giving up. Stubborn, right? Stumps are very stubborn to remove. And there is a little bit of fear attached to this. Sometimes, because you could end up with this energy feeling like your success might get cut off too soon. It's about something that ends before it even gets a chance to begin, type of thing. Or something being cut down prematurely, or something ending prematurely. So I don't know if some of you are having fears of it not working out, but that's kind of where that's coming from. But the other cards are saying, don't let the challenge or frustration get in the way of you eventually seeing this thing bear fruit and basking in the fruit of your labor. So if it's a personal goal, if it's an idea that you have, something creative, an endeavor, a change for the better that you're trying to make, even though it may seem a little bit daunting and like a long road ahead. If there's something that you're hesitating to jump into because you're afraid to take the risk, this is saying the risk will be worth the reward. Okay? Just keep an optimistic mindset with that Fool energy. Don't be scared about what lies ahead. So just two. Woo! Okay, what was that? Interesting. This one fell out. Perseverance. Look at that. The motivation to keep going despite the odds. Yeah, that's kind of what I said with the Fool energy, right? And then this one flipped over. So it says happy love, a joyful, stable partnership, and good friends. So stability basically awaits on the other side of this. But you have to keep going in order to see it level out is what I'm feeling. Okay. So yeah, I mean, if there's something maybe you're risking or looking to take risk on something or someone that you love, maybe a risk in love, possibly. Okay. But anything that you're passionate about, or you're looking, anything that you're passionate about or that you want new in your life, you're going to have to try to put yourself out there to see what happens. Okay. But it looks like stability too. And the Nine of Pentacles would speak of stability to me for sure. That once things start to level out, they will start to feel secure, safe, stable, happy. So it's like, this is telling you to keep persevering. Okay. So on the other side of this change is your fortune, your well-being, your stability, your manifestation bearing fruit. Okay. So stack number 2, this is your reading. I'll leave you here. If you feel that this resonates and connects with you, by all means, leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification to support this channel, and so that way you don't miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, please check out the description box, and the link to my Etsy shop is there as well. It's in the pinned comment section. All you have to do is check me out on Etsy, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading with me at any time. So keep in mind also, there are moments where things are sold out, but I always do repost my readings, so check back with me often to see what's been reposted and available to book again. So much love and blessings to you, stack number 2. Best wishes, and we'll see each other soon. Okay, stack number 3, you chose this blood card. I will put this off to the side. We'll incorporate that into the reading once we get everything on the table. So what's on the other side of these changes, whether they be changes that you're just experiencing because life has thrown them at you, or changes that perhaps even you yourself have initiated. So let's see what's on the other side of these changes. Okay, so it says passion and pleasure, savor your life. Eagle, you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. Okay. 8 of spells. The spells are wands in this deck. This is the Forest of Enchantment. So 8 of wands. The Ace of Visions. So that would be the Ace of... Wait, is it Cups or... No, it's Cups. Ace of Cups. Okay. I had to think about that for a minute. Child of Vision. Okay, so Page... Okay, we have the Ace of Cups. And we have the Page of Cups. So Page of Cups could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, perhaps somewhere in your chart, or somebody that you are dealing with. I don't know. Why am I getting the vibes that this could be relationship related for some of you? Okay, so we have the Knight of Pentacles. It says, we artists are a different breed of people. We're a happy bunch. So that's my Bob Ross playing cards. Okay. Okay, so we have Resistance. It says, breathe, take a few deep breaths, and accept that sometimes things just don't make much sense. Soon enough, Everyone will come to their senses. I said sentence. Come to their senses to see the situation for what it is. Okay, that's good. And then we have the diamond. Okay. So stack number 3, for whatever reason, I am kind of getting the vibe that this might be a love situation for some of you. Okay, so you could be feeling some resistance in regards to a connection with a certain someone, right? Now, the reason why I say that this could be a love situation for some of you watching for number 3. Wait, for number 3, yes. It's because for whatever reason, the blood energy talks to me about like, you know, and it could be familial, it could be any kind of connection where there's a strong bond. Okay, that's kind of what this energy does talk about. It does talk about obviously life, because you know blood is our life force energy and our vitality. It talks about our ancestry too, like our DNA, whether it be like a blood relative or a blood, I don't want to say like a blood bond. I mean, but it does feel like, I don't know, for whatever reason I'm getting the vibe this might be a love relationship, even with this card. Okay, and I think it's because there's some kind of connection, right? There's some kind of connection in the blood. All right, so if you've had a child, you know, you have one child that shares not only, you know, your ancestry, but then the other person's ancestry. So there's that bond and that connection. Okay. And if you were, you know, I don't know, some of you might have did this as a kid. I know I didn't, but I've heard of it, where you do like a blood brother thing, right? You wouldn't do that now, I would hope, but kids, I've heard of them doing that, where they'll like poke their finger, the other person pokes their finger, put the 2 fingers together and make a promise. Okay, so that's why I get the vibe from this card that there is a connection between you and a certain someone, a strong bond, maybe a promise that you've made together, but whatever it is, it kind of links you to one another. Okay. So anyway, passion and pleasure, savor your life. This is basically saying there's some kind of resistance and issue that's going on in a connection that you may be experiencing with somebody. The Ace of Cups is here. The Page of Cups is here. And what's on the other side of this change, what's on the other side of this situation that maybe life, or maybe you yourself have initiated, is that things will get better. Things are going to improve. You have 2 cards that actually talk about clarity. The diamond energy and also the eagle, because it says you will soon soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. So if you're feeling resistance in regards to a connection with somebody, could be a family member, could be romantic, doesn't really matter. Maybe even a child, okay, because of the blood energy here. It does feel like with these 2 cards, there is going to be a moment of clarity that's going to arise and kind of just clear the air to where you can find some happiness again. And the reason why I say happiness is because of this card. The girl in here, she's dancing, she's feeling carefree, she's just living in the moment, she's trying to not take anything for granted. You know, despite the resistance you might feel with a certain someone at the moment, it feels like clarity and insight is going to come. Yes, there might be some confusion, right, or some turbulence in that connection at the moment, but nonetheless, the clarity or the moment of clarity will arrive to help you see things clearly. Diamonds are sought after. Their value increases when they're clear, okay, when they have like utmost clarity. So that's why I said there's a moment of clarity coming, okay, on the other side of these changes or these shifts or whatever it is that you're experiencing at the moment. Diamonds are also a promise. So again, the idea of maybe a love situation, if there's resistance in a love situation, you're feeling challenged by that, there's going to come a moment where you start to see things properly, clearly, and for what they are. Diamonds are also a gift of love, okay, so an exchange or a promise of undying love. And diamonds are actually very hard to destroy, okay? In this deck, it does talk about invincibility. So to me, that's saying there's this bond, but the bond is unbreakable between you and your person, despite what you might be experiencing at the moment. You're going to get a moment of clarity where you feel at ease. And for whatever reason, it does feel like it's going to come as a result of some form of communication. We have 2 cards of that here, 8 of Wands and the Page of Cups. Okay, so pages do deliver messages. All right, they are messengers, they deliver messages. So I feel like there's some form of communication that's going to come in to give you that missing piece of information or clarity on a situation that maybe you haven't had in a while, or maybe that you've been waiting for. The 8 of Wands does travel, okay? So communication, maybe even coming as a result of something or a message long distance. If you haven't heard from somebody in a while, maybe if there's been like I said, some tumultuousness in the connection, I feel like there is going to be some form of communication that's going to clear that up. Okay. There is love here with the Ace of Cups. So to me, there is potential to rekindle something here. Have the emotions flowing again, maybe to clear. I'm hearing clear the old away. Because water is very healing. And with the Ace of Cups, it is energy, emotions that do flow. And when emotions or water is flowing, it is healing. It's also cathartic. So some form of communication in regards to love, wanting to clear the air with you. So despite the curveball, right? And I'm feeling that from this, despite the curveball that was thrown at you in regards to this connection with a certain someone, it does feel like it will heal and it will go in the right direction, and some kind of talk or communication, phone call, maybe emails, text with the 8 of Wands, is going to help that resolve itself. There is passion here. I'm feeling like attraction from the 8 of Spells. I'm not exactly sure why, but there's definitely attraction here. Passion. Sometimes the 8 of Wands does talk about Cupid arrows. So things, and once that communication comes through, it's going to start moving fast, because it does talk about speed. Things are going to start to pick up. Momentum will pick up in the connection. We do have another card here which does talk about movement. So you have the 8 of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about movement. I think whatever they come through with, whoever this is, could be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, again, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here. But whatever they come through with as far as a communication, it's going to be presented with an offer, I feel. And one that's tangible, one that's legit, one that's real, based in something secure and stable. It's earth energy, it's grounded. It doesn't take action or move towards something that it's not serious about. Also, diamonds do come from the earth again. So earth energy confirmed twice. So I really do feel hopeful about this for you and whoever it is that you're hoping to hear from, or whoever it is that you're hoping to come out of this resistance with, okay, or this struggle with. If there was difficulty communicating, if you've had your troubles, your obstacles, the Ace of Cups, I feel is like, I always feel it like this cathartic cry sometimes, like having a good cry and needing that, because it heals, it clears the energy that's been built up or pent up for so long. It does feel like this love has been pent up for a while with this energy here. Not only that, like the Ace of Cups to me is like that faucet that keeps running and you can't shut it off. It kind of does feel like that's this kind of connection. The love flows for the person that, maybe this is reminding you of. It does flow for the person. You can't quite shut it off. That's why the diamond is here talking about, you can't destroy it. You can't dissolve it. You can't shut it off like that faucet that keeps running, right? Something definitely good is going to come of this communication, though, and feelings are going to be shared. They're going to be understood. They're going to be made clear. And as a result of whatever it is that is said, you're going to be able to move into a more passionate place in the connection. All right, we have 2 cards of passion, the 8 of Wands and this card here. And then it says, hey, just take a deep breath, accept that some things just don't make sense at the moment, right? But soon enough, everyone will come to their senses to see the situation for what it is. So it's like you and your person, they might come to their senses, you might come to your senses, but soon enough, this will get resolved. That's kind of what that is saying to me. Somebody's going to come forward. Somebody's going to take that step forward with this Knight of Pentacles. Reach out, communicate, share that message of love that maybe has been long awaited. Because they do still love, they do still have, passion. They don't want to take anything for granted, not even the time that's been wasted, I think. Because the bond is still there. You can't shut it off. You can't destroy it. Although there has been challenges and resistance, this Eagle card is basically saying, yeah, and that's that's, again, the idea of clarity, having insight. The eagle flies above situations for higher insight, right? So this talks about destiny. So I feel like somewhere in this, you and your person are kind of destined to be together. You'll gain clarity from that talk, and you guys will be stronger for it. So let's take a look at the making magic. Look at that. Protection. Strong protective magic for the family and the home. So yeah, I was getting the vibe from this, that this could be, maybe a friendship situation, a familial situation, a love situation, something where there's bonds between people. Okay, and this is just basically confirming that there is protection over this situation with this person. One more. Look at that. Self-confidence, strong self-belief, and a sense of worth. Okay, so that is important when dealing with others. We have to know our worth. We have to be confident in the way that we approach connections and relationships and things like that, because you don't want, it's kind of like this idea, like you don't want people to walk all over you, right? And sometimes you have to set healthy boundaries. And that does, you have to be confident in yourself and know your worth as far as what you will and will not tolerate. Okay, so stack number 3. What's on the other side of whatever you're experiencing at the moment is a moment of insight and clarity that's going to clear up a situation between you and a special someone. Okay, and the connection is strong, but it's also protected. Okay, so if you're worried about the outcome of that relationship, or, is anything ever going to improve between you? This is basically saying it will, because there's some kind of destiny, okay, involved between you and this connection. There's something about destiny and indestructibility between you and this connection and this person, okay? So it will resolve itself. You will have your moment of insight and clarity. Okay, so stack number 3, this is your reading. If you feel that this has helped and connected for you, by all means, please do leave me a comment in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification to support this channel, and that way you also don't miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below, as well as a link to my Etsy shop is also in the pinned comment section. All you have to do is check out my Etsy page, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading with me at any time. Just keep in mind that sometimes readings are sold out, and it might look like there's nothing in my shop, but it's because they're sold out. But I always repost my readings as soon as they're completed for the person who purchased it last. And I would just recommend checking out my shop on occasion to see what has been reposted, and you could book a reading at any time. So much love and blessings to you, stack number 3. I'll leave you here. Take care, keep shining, and we'll see each other soon. Stack 4. You chose the shovel card, and I will incorporate that into the reading the further we go along. I just want to get everything on the table first. So this is about what's on the other side of these changes that you're experiencing, whether it's a change that the universe has thrown at you, or if it's a change that maybe you yourself have initiated. So what's on the other side of this? Let's see, we have, okay, it says, wondrous universe, walk in beauty. He always reminds me of the magician energy, by the way. It says, key, new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. Okay, so you're about to unlock something. That's what I'm getting from this so far. All right, it says the oldest one, so that would be Taurus, and that would be the Hierophant energy. We have the 8 of Pentacles, so 8 of Boons is the Pentacles in this deck. This is the Force of Enchantment Tarot. All right, we have the Strength energy, so it could be Leo energy somewhere. That'd be your chart or maybe somebody else's. I just want to make sure you can see everything. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. This is my Bob Ross playing card deck. It says, let's put a few little highlights in here just to make them little rascals just sparkle in the sun. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy could be you, someone else. All right, so we have abundance. Wow. Pomegranate is also a very spiritual symbol of abundance. All right, so we have, oh, okay, wow. Hold on a second. Let me go back here. Richness. Search further. The deeper you explore this issue, the more truth you'll find. It will be well worth the effort. So right there is a message. So if there's any effort that you're putting towards something, we do see the 8 of Pentacles here. It's going to be well worth the effort, okay? So again, let me just try to organize myself. So that way, okay. So, wow, stack number 4. It looks like you're working towards something. I feel like there's a lesson, a spiritual lesson. Again, you know, the idea of that coming from the pomegranate energy and the Hierophant here. There's some kind of spiritual lesson that you're learning in the midst of what it is that you're laboring toward. I say labor because the 8 of Pentacles, but also the shovel. The shovel does talk about working hard. It talks about toil. Okay? It talks about toil. And I feel like there's a timing aspect involved in the unfolding of this whole thing. But I do feel with this energy here, the universe is working on your behalf. Okay? To accomplish this goal or this endeavor with the 8 of Pentacles. It could be that you're learning something. Maybe you're going back to school for something. It could just be literally a personal goal that you're putting a lot of your energy, toil, labor toward. It could be something personal, something spiritual even. Whatever it is that you are putting a lot of your energy and effort into, it has probably taken a toll on you in some way because of the Strength energy here. Sometimes for whatever reason, the Strength card talks to me like, you know, it talks to me about resilience and sometimes needing to have the fortitude to keep going in something. Okay. And I do feel like it probably has been a labor of love in a sense over time. Whatever it is that you have been maybe manifesting, putting your energy towards, laboring towards, it does feel literally like a labor of love. And in the midst of this being a labor of love, you've also had to grow spiritually, I feel, with the Hierophant. There have been some lessons learned along the way. And I'm hearing patience as well from the Strength. The time energy does talk about feeling like you're running out of time, or there have been some time constraints, or even scheduling issues or deadlines. Maybe you feel like even life, it talks about life passing you by. You know, if you have been working a lot with that Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this energy is saying, hey, take a moment to walk, have a walk and smell the roses a little bit. Okay. But nonetheless, this feels like the shifts and the changes that you're experiencing right now, whether they be self-induced or the universe kind of throwing you a curveball. This is basically saying that there is something new on the other side of this. The lessons of the past are ready to be let go, so that way you can walk into something new. You can open the door to what awaits you. There is abundance on the other side of these changes as long as you keep walking, okay? It says new beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past. Yeah, for those ready to walk into the new and receive the abundance that you have earned and worked hard for with this Eight of Pentacles as well. It has been, I'm feeling like a long time coming, or a long labor of love, time invested, energy invested. It's taken up a lot of you, a lot of your strength, a lot of your resilience, a lot of your patience. You have been patient, waiting for this opportunity or open door to be presented to you. But please know that the universe has had your back the entire time, and you have been manifesting a lot of the abundance that's starting to open up to you. And it's because with this Eight of Pentacles, you've put so much of your focus on it. You've never really given up. You've been strong and resilient with these two energies. And you deserve it. You deserve the richness. You deserve the abundance to finally start flowing in. Because I think, you know, with this Knight of Cups energy, again, the idea of labor of love, you've constantly put one foot in front of the other because it's a labor of love or a manifestation towards something that you love or love to do. This Knights talk about movement and taking action towards whatever that thing is in the suit that it represents, right? So it's like taking action toward something you love or someone you love. And along the way, all these lessons learned, you've been committed to your work with the Hierophant and the Eight of Pentacles. You stuck to it. You didn't give up with the Strength. You've been patient, not only with circumstance, but with yourself, with others perhaps. And it's that steadfastness that I feel coming from this that is going to lead you to the abundance and the richness and the blessings and the new beginning that you've been waiting for so long. Okay, waiting. You've been waiting for this. You've been waiting for things to start to kick off. You've gained a lot of wisdom and experience. But you've been committed to your purpose, to your calling, to your work. And it's kind of like with the Knight of Cups energy, your heart for this thing, whatever it is, whether it be a personal goal, a manifestation, something that you've been laboring toward. With the Knight of Cups energy, you've not only put your heart into it, but you followed your heart as well. Even maybe when it hurt, is what I'm hearing from the Strength. I'm also getting the vibe from the Strength that you've had to face your fears and also at the same time follow instincts, because the wolf energy is a very instinctual animal. It goes its own way, right? Sometimes it has to go lone wolf and do its own thing and kind of separate itself from the pack sometimes in order to maybe to accomplish something. So some of you might have felt like a lone wolf through the journey. Might have felt that you were doing it alone. But I feel like with the Hierophant energy here and this card, for whatever reason, it does talk about like I'm hearing self-exploration. It says, search further. The deeper you explore this issue, the more truth you'll find in it. It'll be well worth the effort. Yes, all the effort here with the shovel. The Eight of Pentacles puts energy, effort, and time into something. All right, we have it depicted. Lots here. So a lot of reflection in all the cards. And you're about to you're about to bask in the blessings that are from your hard work, is kind of what I'm getting from this. But you've also learned so much about yourself in the process. So you're on the other side, you're on the brink of your blessings, is kind of what I'm feeling from this. So what's on the other side of the changes that you're experiencing right now, whether self-initiated or not? Blessings, basically. Blessings, gifts of wisdom, lessons learned, lessons from experience, okay? Wisdom gained from experience, basically. And all your hard work is going to start to pay off. Literally, the universe has your back as you walk through the door to receive, okay? I almost want to say like him, open your arms, get ready to receive, because your hard work is going to literally start to pay off now. And you deserve for it too, okay? So if you're still working on that manifestation, if you're still toiling away, pushing and pushing to see that it, comes to fruition and happens, this is saying, yeah, you will have what you wish for, I feel. New beginnings, all your hard work paying off, all your patience will pay off. It's just a matter of time also, is what I'm getting from this. All right, so let's see. I just need 2 cards. All right. Earth. Ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in times of chaos. Well, there you go. Strength. Your fortitude is going to be rewarded, I feel. And it's like, this is also an energy of trying to ground yourself, okay? We have strength twice. And saying that you have what it takes to be strong throughout the changes. It's like, it almost feels like some part of you might feel like you want to give up, but this is basically saying, please don't. Because you're on the brink. Oh, wait, that kind of want to flip over. Safe and happy travel, protection from harm when journeying. On target, follow your ideal life path. So you're on target, you're on the right path. Just keep trucking, right? Just keep going. This is a journey. It has been a journey towards achieving your goal, but you're safe, you're protected on the journey towards your goal and manifestation, right? Just stay strong. Stack number 4. So stack number 4, this is your reading. Good things are about to unfold, okay? So just be patient a little bit more. I'm sure some of you are like, I don't want to be patient anymore. I've been patient long enough. but you're definitely on the brink of something, I feel, with this reading, okay? So it's like you don't want to give up right when you're about to hit the jackpot, do you? Nonetheless, if you feel that this connects for you, by all means, please do let me know in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, click that bell for notification, so that way you can support this channel, but not only that, so that way you don't miss a video. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all my information is in the description box down below. The link to my Etsy shop is there, as well as in the pinned comment section. All you have to do is click the link, visit my shop, see what readings I have available, and you could book a reading with me at any time. Just keep in mind there are moments when my shop readings are sold out. However, I always do repost them, so I would recommend maybe visiting my shop every so often to see what has been relisted again. And if you see something available that connects for your situation, by all means go ahead and book a reading at your leisure. So much love and blessings to you, stack number 4. Keep shining, stay well, be blessed, best wishes, and we'll see each other soon.